Leader of Government Business Dr. Rudal Munilal accuses the PNM of playing political football in an attempt to win over the population. Dr. Munilal responded to many claims brought by the opposition leader during the budget debate. And Jose Philip has more.
Dr. Munilal says the PNM has changed their tune more than once since the government announced the removal of VAT from food items. He sought to clear up what the opposition has said is deception in the list of foods that will be zero-rated come November 15th.
Not just 1,000, but there are categories of food items which would now be zero-rated. Mr. Speaker, including some very healthy foods, including yogurt, including, Mr. Speaker, sweeteners, all cereals, Mr. Speaker, for the breakfast. For diabetic persons and so on, I think the alternative sugar sweeteners and so on. Mr. Speaker, packaged foods.
Dr. Munilal also responded to the opposition's claims on the removal of the fuel subsidy from premium gas.
He said, well, everybody's switching to super. So who will suffer hardship? If everybody is switching to super and diesel, who will face the hardship? Mr. Speaker, we always admitted that is 6% or thereabout will use premium, particularly on some luxury end, motor cars, and so on. Mr. Speaker, in any event, it will encourage the switch to super, diesel, and so on.
The housing minister says since the People's Partnership came into government in 2010, they have been cleaning up the mess left by the PNM. He says in his own ministry, there has been many cases of shoddy work by the HDC, and pointed to one such instance at the Las Alturas housing development in Morvah.
Factors of safety are less than 0.9, which means that slope failure is highly likely. Now I want to put this into layman's words. They build a building on a gravel heap. On a gravel heap.
Unknown to him.
Unknown to the Minister of Housing at the time. Mr. Speaker, today, $23 million of taxpayers' money will go with a demolition crew at this moment at Morvah. Mr. Speaker, $23 million.
Outlining his government's plan to address the housing shortage in the country, Dr. Munilal identified the Land for Landless plan as one that will allow low-income earners a chance at owning a home.
If you can access a piece of land, Mr. Speaker, we give you $150,000 at 1.5% interest rate. You construct your modest home. Because, Mr. Speaker, there was a time, you know, Mr. Speaker, there's a lot of great skill, hard work citizens are capable of, you know. When they go to squat, in one day on a holiday on the weekend, they put up a house, you know. That's true. When they go to squat, we must now channel that energy into lawful conduct.
The housing minister says the government is also encouraging commercial construction and will allow a 5-year tax break for commercial buildings constructed over the next 2 years. The ministry